Hello, good day. Today I'd like to share one of many testimonies of the goodness of God. He helped me through my most difficult time in my life. I remember when I met my son's father, I was leaving high school. He was a year older than I am, so we were both teenagers. I told him of the plans that my parents had for me to go to college overseas, which he agreed. I was looking about my passport to leave because the one that I had previous it expired. The same process that I normally go through to acquire a passport. That's the same procedure I went through to get the new one. They told me I cannot receive a new passport because that procedure was not the way that they can't process my passport because I went through that procedure. I was like shocked because I normally did it that way. My parents was also. Everything stopped for a while. I got pregnant. My parents was upset, which I understood. I was like disappointed in myself, but when after all of that, we they came on board and helped me when I had my child. My son's father is a good dad, and we had we did a pretty good job together raising him at that point. But I was questioning our relationship. He had some ways that I was looking into, and sometimes we see persons come into our lives and we try to think that let us overlook certain things. We normally overlook it because we say we're in love with that person, and but God sometimes shows the true sides, and we turn our face a lot of times, but it will come out more if we don't stop and call it what it is, call it out for what it is. He left Jamaica. I got baptized. He came back. As I said, I was questioning our relationship, so I decided that, let us go our separate ways. He decided not for that to happen. I leave the country. He came where I was, convinced me to come back. I came back to him. When we came back to Jamaica, he said to me, let us get married. I said to him again, let us really look into this thing because I know marriage is not a joke thing. And I told him that, look here, once I'm married, I'm married. I don't believe in remarriages or anything like that. So this is it. He agreed. We got married. He left for the States. About 2 months after we got married or so, he left for the States. I got a dream. I don't think I've ever had a dream about him cheating before. I got a dream. I I went over his mother's house. His mother was living in Jamaica at the time. I went over by his mother's house. We were talking. He called on the phone, and I said to him, I just said to him, "Who is that person you are with? Who is she?" And he started to stutter, and I'm like, "Whoa, this was a dream!" And I'm like questioning him about it, and he started to stutter, and I said, "Oh, tell me what's going on. Who is the person you're with?" And he said, "She's just a friend." I'm like, "Whoa, this is deep," because we spoke about it, we talked it over. He came back home. Seems as if I that lady, I think she was a Jamaican, so she came back with him and went to her home, or whatever, wherever she went. Well, we were there. I see there's major changes. It was major. He stopped coming in certain time. He started to stay out late, partying. He went out everywhere without me. I hardly see him. He's always on his phone. I try not to make a fuss over it, but at some points I'm human. We did argue. Then she started calling my phone, telling me that she called my phone, telling me that she loves my husband, she wants him and so forth, and I got depressed. I got so depressed and we separated. I left the island and he left shortly after I did back to the state. I tried for us to go to counseling. I tried for us to talk about it more than what we did. He said he made up his mind. I'm like, I told you in the first place for us to separate. No, we are married and this is what I'm getting. This is it. It's like somebody just try to get you to hurt you. That's at the point how I felt. But anyway, I got depressed. I went to overseas. I lost my job because of depression. I came back. I went back to Jamaica. I can remember one night I went to a church service, and if anyone hearing this knows about Jamaica or is from Jamaica, churches, the doors are open, the windows are open, everyone around you can hear what's going on. So I was outside. I decided not to go inside the temple. I stood outside and I was looking through the window. Then this lady, which she was my friend from high school, she called me and she said, come here. I went to her. She said, the Lord said to tell you that it's finished. The church was, everyone was clapping and dancing and singing. So I don't think before, so I don't think they heard what was going on between me and the lady. And suddenly I saw a man running from off the rostrum. He came down and he laid his hand on my head, started to pray, and then he just left. He didn't question me or anything as far as I can remember. I don't know if he would remember me. I don't think I remember his face quite well, but I remember what had happened. I tell you, once they prayed for me, I felt something lifting from my lifting, like a heavy burden lifting. I can't really explain it, but I know how God works. It was a change. Persons were saying all kind of things about me. Person was saying that I'm getting crazy. Person was saying so many stuff, and I felt my life changed, my attitude changed. Everything was turned around, and God has opened doors for me. I went to college, I graduated with honors, everything. My son left and went to live with my ex-husband. Uh, everything turned around. For God's glory. And now we're friends. We're friends. We talk. God, the spirit of forgiveness, God poured in my heart. I forgave him. We have good days and bad days at times, but we are friends. And I'm just telling someone that God is able. He will open doors. He will help you through the difficult times. Just hold on to him and then never let go, because he will never let go of you. We just keep strong in God.